The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. Bet $100, get $100 at wynnbet.com or download the WynnBET app and start winning today. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by Sports Gambling Podcast's Final Four Watch Party. This Saturday, sweat out your bets and win prizes with Ryan, Sean, and Colby over on youtube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast. Plus, make sure to fill out our listener survey for a chance to win $100 SGPN gift card. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survey. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne, northeast of England. Today is Friday, March the 31st, and we are here to knock out a little turbo episode. On a weekend, we often do a lock dog total episode, 20 to 30 minutes of micro goodness, because everyone's busy on a weekend. That includes us recording and includes you, the listeners. I know you've got stuff to do, all your sports, so we try and give you a little bite-sized episode of lock dogs and totals. And joining me is number 77, Mr. Noah Bieniek. Noah, what's happening?
Nothing much. It's day 3 of the MLB season, and I just forgot how much of a drag baseball is. I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's. It's April Fool's Day.
Woo, you got me.
I mean, these games were flying by. I was a little bit hesitant on the whole pitch clock and the game speed rules and all that stuff. But, yesterday, when your team gets shut out, that's one thing. It'll go pretty fast anyways. But that game ended pretty quickly for my Tigers. And for our opening day pizza, we decided to go with the old owner of our team's pizza instead of the current owner because we don't spend any money on the offense that was historically bad. That's what happens. We're just not buying your pizza on opening day.
And how was the pizza?
It was actually a little bit more garlicky than we would like as a fan. But,
oh, no. What a disaster.
What it is. We were just being joking around with it, but that's kind of what we get, I guess.
Oh, man. How was your opening day? Because myself and Moonaf and Dylan hung out for a little while last night and made some picks for the Friday night games that start in an hour. So we were reviewing some of the early action, giving our impressions. Where did you watch? How much did you watch? What did you like and dislike, or what hit you?
Well, I'm just scanning all of the games. I was tweeting out a lot of clips last night, or yesterday in general. My Pirates got a win, the Tigers got a loss, and I was 2-1 with my bets. We had the White Sox come in on the money line on ESPN, national TV. That was quite nice. And then Hunter Green hit the over with ease.
That was the one, mate. Yeah.
And then Shane Bieber, he had 2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, and then didn't get another strikeout in that game. So, that was my day yesterday. It was quite fun. I liked it. Yeah,
I think I went overall on picking everything, went 50-50. I think I went 8-8. But yeah, I won my lock early on the Yankees game. That was already cashed. Was it the Yankees game? No, it was the Braves.
You were on the Braves.
Over 4 in the first 5, and then you, in fact, well, it's not your fault. It's my fault for being weak, for having no backbone. Because you took the White Sox as your dog, and I wanted to take the White Sox, but I thought because we'd throw out some extra picks. I didn't want to duplicate a pick, so I pivoted from the White Sox, and I feel like I painted myself into a corner by taking the D-backs. So I took the D-backs, and then they were dog shit. The Angels game made me laugh. These games that happened after I went to bed. I watched the highlights this morning and just ended up laughing and shaking my heads at the Angels game. And then I saw the highlight of that bloke at Dodger Stadium come running out the crowd and propose to his girlfriend, then for absolutely no reason get wiped out by that security guard. But I did think the next time I try and make a pick on the Angels, I want someone to come running in sideways at 100 miles an hour and just take me down.
Go get Patty.
Yeah.
I need you to come in 22 minutes and just tackle.
And just clothesline me off the chair. Yeah. But yeah, so I made a handful of bets. The Braves cashed early, but Hunter Green was one of my. I cashed that bet. So made a few quid on that. No, I was delighted with that. What stunned me, I got up this morning to watch the highlights at 9 a.m. my time, and you were still up because I put him a little message in our Slack channel, and you replied straight away. I was like, "No, do you ever sleep? What's wrong with you?"
I'm a night owl.
I mean, that's not night. If that was 9 a.m. for me, that was like 4 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
Crazy talk. YouTube chat is alive. The usual suspects are in there. Lane is in there. Good evening. Lane's hitting all the overs. Erod did well. I faded him, but you told me he was going to be all right. And Hunter Green, Serial as well, winning bets from Serial. So yeah, the YouTube channel is always a fun place to catch. Just get across there as well as all the other places. I had a stressful day today, Noah. You might have seen on Twitter I normally out with my casino, and I can handle that. The tables, it's a little bit of lifting. It's not too bad. The blackjack table, the roulette wheel's a bit of a pain in the arse, but I can handle it. Well, I took the mini golf course out today. We were at a daytime wedding, so we took the mini golf course out, and I sent a lovely photo of it, all beautifully set up with a little windmill and everything. We got everything going. And then just as the wedding finished and they were coming out to play, it rained torrentially. And I had to take everything down. I had to dismantle everything and move it inside. And I'm not built, I said to you just before we started, I'm built for luxury. No, I'm not built for manual labour. So yeah, my little arms, my little noodle arms and my back are killing me sitting here because I've erected and dismantled an entire mini golf course twice this afternoon and put it back in the van. So I was sulking a little bit. So I'm going to get on the sofa and watch the Mets game start in around about 45 minutes. So yeah, get stuck into that. So yeah, Lock Dog Total Show. We did a lot of these. No, it was often me and you would do the Friday night Lock Dog Totals. So I handicapped these games when I hadn't seen any odds. So my lock's a little bit short, but I mean, fuck it, what am I supposed to do? A winner's a winner. So I'm relying on you for the odds. The UK markets hadn't updated when I made these earlier on. But yeah, we'll get through. I'll tell you about WinBet. And then we can get to our picks. The WinBet, the official online sports of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WinBet active in Massachusetts and tons of other states. The WinBet win hour every Thursday from 5 till 6. Marquee games of the week. We've got better odds on WinBet. March Madness this year. Loads of ways to bet there. So you get a special offer, $100. Bet $100 to get $100. That's limited to state availability. And for our DJs only, if you're the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you'll get a $1,000 free credit. Loads to choose from. Head to winbet.com or download the WinBet app. Offer subject to change. Stakes and season at winbet.com. Must be 20 or older and present in the state where playthrough WinBet is available. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. The Masters competition, hang out with Sean and Ryan, a 3-night stay at the Circuit Las Vegas. That's free to enter. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/golf party. You can get a discount on a room there using the promo code SGP15. And the Final Four watch party too, that's gone virtual on the YouTube channel. Live bets, prize giveaways, etc. youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. And that is on Saturday. When we stopped recording last night, myself and Dylan and Moon off, I checked our TG FBI team, which we poured our heart and soul into picking that team. And last night, our batters were hitting 0.92 and our pitchers had an ERA of 18 about 4 hours into the season. So that was a world of fun. But Shane Bieber contributed nothing to our TGFI team. Shane Bieber dragged us back from the brink, and then Logan O'Hoppy and David Peralta, a couple of RBIs saved us and got us back up there. So yeah, what's the chat going on? Captain Encino's here. Yeah, stolen base chat. Stolen base. There was absolute mayhem on the bases. How quick was Ji Hwan Bae? By the way, he was like running out of his skin.
Yeah, I might be able to go find that for you real quick if you're really interested in it.
Yeah, well, I watched a bit of the Reds Pirates when I got off the show last night, man, and it was really, really good. Yeah, loads and loads of stolen bags. I think more than probably we thought. But yeah, the games were snappy. I really enjoyed it. There was a little crackle and a fizz around all the games. I know it's opening day, but still. What was that? Was that your dog?
Yeah, dogs are barking.
Oh, the actual dogs are barking. Right, okay. Let's make some picks here. Where do you want to start, Noah? We'll let you lead us off. You can give us your lock, your dog, or your total.
Do you want to lead us off?
Okay.
My dog hasn't.
That's code for Noah's not ready, or the dog's distressing him anyway. Okay, so I'll give you my lock because it is short, and I didn't think it would be this short when I picked it. So the game is Baltimore Orioles at the Boston Red Sox. It's Dean Kramer going for the Baltimore Orioles and Chris Sale going for Boston. My pick was Boston on the money line. However, it's minus 175. Now, I thought it might be maybe minus 130, minus 140. I thought people might be not out on Sale, but maybe he wouldn't be this short just because we haven't seen him. This is obviously the first time through the rotation. And so this is where I made this pick because I think the first time through, you're basically blindly betting your guys. Now, we've spoke a lot about Chris Sale on every show. I've probably mentioned him on all the preview shows. I think I mentioned him for a Cy Young. I mentioned him when we were drafting our TGFBI team. Really, really high on Sale. So the first time I saw him on the probable pitchers list, I was happy to take him. And that's it again, just really on the eye test as well in spring training. I thought he was great. I've got no problem with Dean Kramer of the Orioles. He was part of the reason I thought that Boston might be a slightly better price. He was 8-7 last year, 3.23 ERA. He pitched 18 innings against Boston and was fine as well with a 4.50 ERA. Baltimore only hit 224 against lefties, so a little negative there. But yeah, I like Chris Sale. I mean, I've got no problem at this price bumping it up to the run line. This Boston-Baltimore game was nuts last night. Orioles shot out to a huge lead. Boston clawed it all the way back, but not quite as much as they needed to, and got beat 10-9. But yeah, I think Chris Sale's in for a great season. So the Red Sox will be my first pick. And Captain Insano, shut up.
Insano in the YouTube chat asking if Malcolm's hitting from the ladies' team. That's
hashtag sexist. We're not having it. I've just said you can bump it up to the run line. God damn it.
Well, for me, I have a play in that game too, but I'm on the total. Boston and Baltimore, they combined for 19 runs on opening day. The total is again 9, and I'm going to go with the under here. I'm expecting a lot of people to be on the over here for this game after seeing what the score was between these two teams on opening day. On the mound is who I think both of these teams' respective aces are, in Dean Kramer and Chris Sale. I don't know what they were doing starting Kyle Gibson and Corey Kluber against each other, but that's a topic for another day. I saw this number, and I just knew I had to bet the under. I had to go check the percentages to make sure I wasn't chalky, and what do you know? Only 30% of the bets are on this under. So I really like this. I mean, it was a game, it's going to be a game played in Northeast April weather with two offenses that I didn't really expect to combine. That I don't really expect them to combine for 19 runs again. So for a lot of the reasons that Malcolm just stated, I'm just on the under 9 here. Okay,
so from the same game, we have my lock and Noah's total. I'll take my total here. Now, we've already mentioned the LA Angels and my propensity to back them. So, yeah, last night wasn't ideal, the opening day. This game here is... now, what's his first name? What's Fujinami's first name? I knew this earlier on. So, Hitaro, that's him. Barry's in the chat. Barry Penaluna of the Premier League Gambling Podcast, and he's basically in there egging people on to get stuck into me, which is a little bit rude, Baz. Hitaro Fujinami, come across from Japan, actually pitched a game against Shohei Ohtani in spring training, which was fun for everyone. Don't know an awful lot about him. He's got a fastball that can touch 101. He'll throw a splitter. He's got a high 80 slider. And he'll get a lot of whiffs with that splitter as well. He gets swing and miss with that splitter. I don't know how deep into the game he'll go. So Patrick Sandoval is going for the LA Angels. Love Sandoval. He was great last season. I think people kept waiting for him to blow up, and he never did. Sandoval was absolutely fine. Finished the season with a 6-9 record, which sounds awful, but a 2.91 ERA, which is great. And he pitched quite well in the WBC, so we've seen him already this year, and he's looked pretty sharp. What we've seen here is the Angels had I've used the word sluggish, which is polite, last night. They had a sluggish start. We know that this Oakland lineup isn't stellar. And I think the total is going to go under here. I think Fujinami can hold them. I'm expecting, especially with the first time they're seeing him, really. Obviously seen him briefly in spring training, but the first time they're seeing him, I think this can stay low scoring. I think Sandoval can put it on Oakland as well. So the total is set at 8. And my total is going to be under. I just hope that it's the Angels bullpen worries me. The first 5 under might be the way to go as well. Hopefully, if we're just going to rely on Sandoval and Fujinami. But yeah, I'll take the unders both ways, either on the first 5 or on the total. No.
Yeah, I like the pick. We saw it yesterday. They only combined for 3 runs. So right there with you. I'll take you to my dog next. I'm taking the Detroit Tigers, plus 150 on the money line at Tampa Bay. Detroit has Red Bull on the mound in his first start since undergoing Tommy John surgery. Just before his surgery, Turnbull no-hit the Seattle Mariners. He was pitching the best baseball of his life. This year, I'm expecting that TJ bump from Spencer Turnbull. We've seen it from a lot of guys that undergo Tommy John surgery or UCL replacement surgery. They come back throwing just a little bit harder. Their stuff's a little bit better. I'm hoping that same thing happens here for Spencer Turnbull. Lastly, the Tigers were shut out on opening day. The offense is abysmal, I know. But however, they face Shane McClanahan, maybe the best lefty in our game right now. Saturday, they'll face Zach Eflin, who I'm not particularly high on. Detroit at plus 150, I think, is very live.
Yeah, I looked at this Tigers game and I quite wanted to, because we didn't tell each other which games we were going to handicap. But when I saw Spencer Turnbull was on the bump, I knew you would want it and I knew you would have picked it. So I left it well alone because I thought, I've seen that name, Turnbull. Turnbull is in our TGFBI team. He's gonna draw the start for us tomorrow. Yeah, and you talked me into Turnbull over the offseason, and I'm hopeful that Turnbull can go well if he stays healthy. So yeah, fingers crossed there. We've got one more pick each, and then we are gonna cast an eye around the rest of the card because there's lots of fun pitches going tomorrow. So we'll throw out a few thoughts on those. On those two. Barry's gone berserk here. He reckons he's trying to learn about MLB cricket, and his bet for tomorrow is the San Diego Pandas. So cheers for that, Paz. I'll be writing that one down. I'll tell you about sword vitality though, Noah, because self-care is cool and manly, and you can be proud of taking care of yourself. Baz, a few more red wines, you might need a little bit of this. 40% of men are affected by impotence at the age of 40, and 70% of men are affected at the age of 70. Crikey. So yeah, stop buying highly suspect pills in gas stations or hiding little blue pills in your sock drawer. And if you manscape, you should also be taking care of your plumbing. Sword Vitality helps increase your blood flow in ways that help you thrive as a man. It's time to become a Sword Vitality man if you aren't experiencing erections in the morning. Talking about sword vitality should be as comfortable as anything else. Men talk about with their partners, i.e., I hike, I watch football, I bet the San Diego Pandas, I use sword vitality. The 3 main benefits are increased blood flow in ways that help you thrive as a man in the bedroom. Sword vitality can help increase your stamina, and you don't have to hide it. You can be proud of it. Unsheath your sword, Sword SFX. Visit swordvitality.com. Use the promo code SGPN for a nice discount at the checkout. That's swordvitality.com, promo code SGPN.
I love how you read Sword SFX, which is Sean's note to play the sound effect.
Oh, shit, is it? Oh, I did that last night as well. Right, I mean, there's not even... I mean, I'm only one man, do you know what I mean? Unsheath your sword. Oh, right, yeah, I get it now. Shit.
I love it.
Can you do a sound effect of a sword if I see it now?
I just.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, sure.
Oh God. Oh well. I've had a lovely time hosting this show, everyone. This looks like it's going to be the last one. I mean, honestly, it's like I've been handcuffed. I don't. Is there a human resources department at SGPN? Because over the last week or so, I've taken an unholy amount of crap off just about everyone at the network. Munaf, and of all things, our esteemed leader Munaf is watching live as well, giving me more than enough stick. Munaf, I said that last night and you didn't even notice, so you're just as culpable. Guilt by association there, Munaf. Okay, I'm going to give you my dog here. If Captain Insano thought I was sitting off the ladies' tees with my luck, I'm not proud about this either. Because my dog is only plus 110. Again, I didn't know the prices of these when I handicapped them. And actually, when I started looking at this game, it was because I wanted to take the under on the total. The game is the Brewers at the Cubs, where Brandon Woodruff goes for the Brewers. And Justin Steele, I saw his name for the first time, and all last year I called him Jason or Luke, didn't I? So it is Justin. I've nailed that. So there's some growth and development. I wanted to take the under because obviously Woodruff is the stud. He's the name brand in here. Sean, actually, he was about to fire me. He talked up Justin Steele in the pre-season pod. Apparently, Justin Steele is a big listener at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. So good evening, Justin. Pitch us a gem tomorrow, please, sir. Yep, big huge fans. Brandon Woodruff was 13-4 with a 3.05 ERA last season, but he was worse on the road. He had a 4.10 road ERA, and in 3 starts against the Cubs, he had a 5.28 ERA. Steele was great. We mentioned his name a lot in the second half of last season. He won us a lot of money. A 3.18 ERA as well. He saw Milwaukee like exponentially loads more than he saw any other team last year. He pitched 6 games against the Brewers, 31 innings to a 2.03 ERA. And he's a better pitcher at home than on the road. So everything I saw, like I say, I wanted to take the under, but everything just kept pointing me towards the Cubs. Cubs are plus 110. Munaf took them yesterday and got them over the line. So I'm happy to take them to win on Saturday night. Yeah, I love this one. Yeah, give me the Cubbies.
Yeah, you didn't even mention the wind, which is blowing in at upwards of 21 miles an hour in from center field. So definitely the under looks like a great look there, Malcolm.
Thank you very much. What have you got left? You've got your dog.
No, I got my lock.
No, you've done your dog.
I'm taking you to the nightcap again. I hate how I'm doing
this.
Because yesterday I did it with Shane Bieber. I was hoping for the 3-0 sweep, and it just comes out it's a loss. And I stayed up till 11:50 watching the game and no cash. But going back to the Cleveland Guardians at the Seattle Mariners, I'm taking the Mariners money line minus 135. The pitching matchup we have here is Aaron Savali against Logan Gilbert. First of all, I'd take Gilbert any day of the week over Savali. Second, active Mariners have a 3.05 batting average against Savali, who also has an expected WOBA of 444 and has given up an average exit velocity of 92.4 miles an hour against these Seattle Mariners. He's gotten pretty hard. I think that gotten hit pretty hard. I think that continues against the Mariners. Give me Seattle minus 135 as my lock.
So yeah, a bit of a bigger price there for Noah's lock than mine. Get them parlayed. That's what we'll do. Yeah, Seattle looked. That was a great pitching matchup actually last night. Castillo and Bieber. But yeah, I did worry about Cleveland. Sorry,
I don't know if you saw the highlight. Did you see that Luis Castillo got hit in the head by a comeback?
No,
he got hit in the head and he still kept pitching. That was insane.
There was a lot of catchers got hit in the head with backswings last night. I saw loads of them. Would that be something new that's happened? Why would that be happening?
I don't know. Like some of the swings have gotten a little bit ridiculous. Everybody's swinging for the fences and whatnot. So you get these one-arm swings that, I mean, they're flailing like crazy on their finish. Did you see what happened to Wilson Contreras?
Remind me. I might have done.
So Jordan Hicks comes in and just absolute flamethrower. throws a 103-mile-an-hour sinker. And the way Wilson Contreras sets up is he's got one knee on the ground kind of and one up. And the knee on the ground got drilled by the fastball at 103 miles an hour. He didn't even get a glove on it really to stop it at all. It was just a little bit of a wild pitch and drilled Wilson Contreras right on the kneecap. So the ball goes bouncing away 20 feet from home, and the Blue Jays score on it. And Wilson Contreras gets pulled out of the game. He's got a bone contusion on his right kneecap, and he's getting an MRI either today or tomorrow. So hoping for the best for Wilson Contreras, because that was a big acquisition for St. Louis, and we would hate to see that he's out for quite some time, because catcher was a big hole that they had to fill in the offseason.
Well, yeah, it wasn't just it was a big hole kind of psychologically and spiritually for the whole club, not just for on the field purposes, really. The highlight that I've watched most today, and I absolutely loved it, and we did mention it briefly on the show last night, but I didn't realize how good it was Adam Wainwright singing the national anthem, man. How good was that?
Yeah, I tweeted that out. That was pretty. I guess on your retirement tour, you can do whatever you want.
I was straight in the Newcastle Night Hawks WhatsApp chat telling everyone that I'm going to be singing "God Save the King" on opening day. So that's happening. You can tweet that out. I'll get a video of that.
Yeah, get a video. We'll tweet it out, and you'll have more than just this chat making fun of it.
I've got the voice of an angel, Noah. Thank you very much. Just
what the review said.
A quick look around the rest of the league then, because there's loads of fun stuff. Like I say, it's obviously just day 3. But it's sort of day 2 through a lot of the rotations, because there's only 5 games tonight. But Giolito and Urquidy stands out. Gosman and Flaherty is interesting because I just don't know what to expect from Jack Flaherty. You just hope he has a good season. Like Spencer Strider, looking forward to seeing. Jojo Gray was a bit of a headline. There's one that might go under the radar a little bit, is the Mets and the Marlins game, which is Tyler McGill and Edward Cabrera, because I think McGill's only pitching really because of these injuries. But I like McGill a lot. I would have had him in my starting rotation anyway. And then a big prospect, really. A lot of high hopes on Edward Cabrera. So looking to see what he can do. I picked Spencer Strider for loads of my player props, and just going down the list as well. Nick Lodolo, lefty for the Reds. One of the worst pitchers I've ever seen. Jose Urena goes for the Rockies. He's an old tiger, isn't he? So yeah, fun day tomorrow. I like my picks, but I think the place to keep checking is on Twitter. We will put our tally site picks out there, and of course in the Discord channel, which is always a fun hang and lots of things going out there. So just looking around the rest of the slate, Noah, before we go, what catches your eye?
Well, I think you mentioned a really good under the radar matchup in McGill, because he filled in. He was either Scherzer or DeGrom early on in the season last year. He filled in due to injury, and he was great. And Edward Cabrera, he's a guy that I expect big things from. I don't know if we drafted him for TGFBI, but I drafted him in the SGPN Dynasty League. I also have Nick Lodolo in that league. He's going up against Dick Mountain on the Pirates.
He's going up against Dick Mountain.
You didn't mention Zach Wheeler, Nathan Eovaldi.
No.
I think that's somewhat of a short price for the Phillies, minus 130 against Nathan Eovaldi. Any of these matchups that you're curious on the price? Because I know you can't see them over there.
No, I need to stay away from Nathan Eovaldi. He's a bad man, and I'm not getting involved. That's what I saw that matchup, and I made my eyes go somewhere else pretty quickly, because he's caused me a lot of damage.
Minus 130 is pretty interesting.
Yeah, but then Nathan Eovaldi will turn into Cy Young the minute I back the Phillies, so I just need to stay away. Clark Schmidt, I'm interested in. I've used Clark Schmidt in a lot of fantasy leagues where there's pitching limits, because he's down as a reliever, and obviously he's getting the start with some of the injuries to the Yankees rotation. So interesting to see how Schmidt goes, because that pitching matchup last night, Logan Webb against Gerrit Cole was outstanding. Yeah, I think did Logan Webb sort of outcade him, I think, or they finished on 11-all or something nuts like that. But yeah, that was good. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Noah, anything else we need to know about before we crack on? This is a nice tight half an hour show.
Yeah, pretty good timing with us. Normally we don't get that.
No.
Just if you want a good throwback, we didn't mention this matchup. It's Mad Bum versus Clayton Kershaw, 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time, Arizona Dodgers. It's going to be a good one. Diamondbacks are plus 190. I think Bumgarner's the guy that doesn't really have good career numbers against the Dodgers, but either way, D-backs at plus 190 seems interesting as well. So why not?
Excellent.
That's going to be a good one to finish off the night.
Okay, so yeah, good luck with all your picks. Get involved in those locks, dogs, and totals. Like I say, anything else that we pick out, plus Moonaf and Dylan's picks as well, will be up on Tally's site. You'll be able to see them via Twitter and in the Discord channel. All the other sharps will be posting stuff in there. Thanks everyone who's given up little half an hour of their Friday to get involved. Well, I say thanks. I mean, everyone's just joined in and just pilloried me from start to finish. So. Captain saying, Lane, Serial, Barry, Moonaf, thanks very much.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, but you want a good laugh, might as well just look at some of these comments on YouTube.
Barry in there saying he's having a glass of red wine has just put me in the mood for one. So I'm not a big drinker in the house. But like I say, I've had a busy day, Noah, and I think I might get myself a little nightcap and watch. Like I say, I'm going to watch the first few innings of the Mets games before I have to go to sleep. So yeah, good luck with your bets, everyone. Have a fun weekend. We will be back on the show's back on Sunday with Moonaf and some other people. I'm out at football. Then I will be getting beery on Sunday. But we'll be back with I'll be hosting the MLB show on Monday night. But yeah, Sunday night for all our picks. Good luck in the meantime. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you down the road. Cheers.